Owen Palm, Scottsbluff, 21st Century Equipment, LLC. Owen Palm grew up in a small farming town in southern Minnesota. While attending the South Dakota School of Mines, he met his future wife, Karen. They eventually married and headed to Texas with careers in the oil field business. In 1987, he returned to Nebraska.
My first real job when we moved back to Nebraska here was with the Western Sugar Company. I started out there as the byproduct sales manager, and over a number of years there ascended to various levels of management there, and finally was the chief operating officer for the company.
In the mid-90s, he and a partner purchased the John Deere dealership in Alliance. Palm continued to work with Western Sugar until 2000, when he became fully engaged in 21st Century Equipment, having 2 locations at that time.
In 2000, we purchased the Ogallala store, and that was really the beginning of several acquisitions that eventually ended up with 6 stores in Nebraska and merging with 5 stores in northeast Colorado in 2011. We had another significant acquisition in 2013 with the acquisition of 5 additional stores in northeast Colorado, and most recently acquired the Scottsbluff, Nebraska store and the Torrington, Wyoming store earlier this year.
Today, the company employs 425 people, operates in 5 states, and is an industry leader in precision farming.
Well, without a doubt, the best decision that we've ever made is moving back to Nebraska here. And in 1996, making that decision to get into the John Deere business, is my second best decision.
He credits his employees for the continued success of 21st Century Equipment.
Well, without question, employees are the heart and soul of any company, and it's no different here at 21st Century Equipment. I can say without hesitation that Nebraska-raised employees have got a work ethic, have integrity and loyalty that we don't see elsewhere in our organization. I think it gives us a significant strategic advantage. Our problem with employees is not the quality of the employee that we get in Nebraska here, it's the quantity of them.
Owen's business leadership has been, so important to this region and especially to this community. And we use community pretty broadly out here since we're so far apart. But where he had a vision of where this company could go and should go, and he put together the capital and the people and the business plan, and he really understood how important the people that he surrounds himself with are. And then that goes to the culture. The culture of his companies allow his people to thrive and prosper and be challenged, and adds value to the whole community, adds value to them, adds value to the people who risk their capital in the venture. It's the way America works.
Well, we're glad to have Owen and 21st Century and his family as a partner in agriculture here in all these communities, because they're always ready to step in with financial support, whether it's charitable organizations or community groups, either financial support or manpower to make things happen. And to his credit, that he's willing to provide support in the communities that he's involved in business-wide, and that's what makes him of the quality of the honorees that we have for the Hall of Fame.
Under Palm's leadership, 21st Century will continue to impact the future of agriculture and prepare for a changing world. We've
all heard about the fact that we're going to have 9.6 billion people inhabiting this planet here by 2050. The food requirements for that population are going to be tremendous. We're going to have some tremendous productivity gains in order to achieve that level of production. I think the technology that we're deploying today, that many of our producers are using today, we'll see productivity gains that we could never dream of 10, 15, 20 years ago. Thank you. Welcome, Governor. I'm truly delighted and deeply honored and privileged to receive this recognition. I want to thank Barry and Roberta. I don't know how you got that video to come out, but it's great, and the rest of the chamber staff, as well as the Nebraska College of Business Administration. I'd also like to recognize my fellow inductees this evening and a great group of scholarship winners there. So congratulations, you guys. Everything that I've accomplished has not been done alone. First of all, I need to recognize my wife, Karen, of 37 years. She's been with the business since we started it in 1996, and glad to have her there. I also want to recognize my two sons and their spouses that are here tonight, Ryan and Corey. Both of them came back home and are involved in various aspects of our business. So glad to have you guys here tonight. And finally, my business colleagues, several members of our executive committee and their spouses made the trip here from Scottsbluff for this evening's event. So thank you guys, you're the greatest. Being a John Deere dealer in Nebraska, a state that's so involved in agriculture, so tied into agriculture in every respect, has been a source of great pride for me over the years. To be associated with a great brand like John Deere, one of the best known brands in agriculture. And Tom, that was a great picture of you there tonight. I love it. And doing that in a state like Nebraska has been really a good deal for us. And we've been awfully lucky along the way. In the 20 years that we've been in business, actually it's 20 years this year, we couldn't have accomplished, I never thought we'd accomplish or get to the scale that we are today. But we couldn't have done so without the support of the great communities that we operate in. Couldn't have done it without a great and loyal group of customers that we've acquired over the years. And most importantly, couldn't have done it without the help of the tremendous employee cadre that we've got. So thanks to all of those folks for the contributions that they've made to our success. We've expanded fairly significantly into Colorado, and we've expanded into Wyoming recently. But I can tell you our roots are always going to be in western Nebraska. With that, I'd like to again thank the Chamber for this event this evening, and thank the rest of you for coming tonight.